One of the best things you can do before applying for a business loan is run a UCC search on your own business. I know that sounds like one more thing on your to-do list, but this is honestly one of the top things that can cause delays and bottlenecks in the lending process, so if you can get ahead of it, that is a really good thing. A UCC search helps you see what liens may already be filed against your business. And if you watched part 1, you already know that a UCC filing does not automatically mean something is wrong. It usually just means a lender, finance company, or creditor has filed a public notice saying they may have a security interest in your business assets. But here is where it matters during underwriting. If a lender runs a UCC search and sees active UCC filings on your business, they are going to want to understand what those filings are tied to. Is it an active loan? Is it an old loan that was already paid off? Is it tied to equipment? Is it tied to a line of credit? Is it a blanket lien that covers all business assets? The lender needs to know this because it affects the risk of the loan, and it can affect whether another lender already has first position on your business assets. So instead of waiting for the lender to find these filings later, you can run the search yourself and get ahead of any issues. Some states offer the search for free, others may charge a small fee. The exact process depends on your state, but the purpose is the same. You want to see what a lender may see when they look up your business. For example, if your business is in California, you could go to Google and search California UCC search, or CA UCC search. You will likely see the California Secretary of State's BizFile Online UCC search page. From there, you can search by name, but here is where you have to be careful. When you run your own UCC search, do not just search your business name one way and stop there. Try a few variations of your name. And I know that sounds tedious, but it matters because not every lender files UCCs the exact same way. You would think every lender would use the legal business name exactly as it appears on your formation documents. And most of the time they probably will. But not always. I've seen UCCs filed under DBA names. I've seen some lenders include an apostrophe, and others leave it out. I've seen some include the comma before LLC, and others skip it. And depending on the Secretary of State website you are using, the search tool may or may not be smart enough to pull similar versions of the name. Some systems are pretty flexible, others require the name to be almost exact. So start broad, then get more specific. For example, if your legal business name is XYZ's LLC, you might start by searching XYZ LLC, then try XYZS LLC without the apostrophe, then try XYZ's LLC. Then try XYZ's LLC exactly as it appears legally. And if your business uses a DBA, search that name too. The goal is to catch anything that could be tied to your business, even if the name was entered a little differently. It is tedious, but it is necessary, because if there is an active UCC filing out there and the lender finds it during underwriting, now you may have to stop and explain what it is. The lender may ask you for loan documents, they may ask you for a payoff letter, they may ask whether that loan is still active, or if the loan was already paid off, they may ask you to contact the old lender and ask them to file a UCC termination. That can slow everything down. So when you are doing your own search, do not assume one version of the name is enough. Search broadly first, then narrow it down. Second, look for UCC filings tied to loans you already paid off. If you see an old lender listed, and you know that loan has been paid in full, check the status of the filing. If the UCC still shows as active instead of lapsed or terminated, contact that lender and ask them to file a UCC termination. This can save you time, because an old active UCC can create confusion during underwriting. From the lender's side, they may not know that loan was paid off unless the UCC was properly terminated or you provide documentation showing it is no longer active. And if that old lender still appears to have a lien on your business assets, your new lender may need that cleared up before they can move forward. Third, pay attention to whether the filing looks like a blanket lien. That could include things like accounts, inventory, equipment, general intangibles, and other business property. This matters because if you are applying for a new loan, the new lender may also want a lien on those same assets. And if another lender already has first position, Your new lender may need to decide whether they are comfortable being behind that lender, whether they need a subordination agreement, or whether the existing debt has to be paid off so that they can move into first position. This is one of those things that can create a delay if nobody catches it until later. So, the whole point of running your own UCC search is not to panic. It is to know what is out there before the lender does. Because if you find something active, you can start gathering documents early. You can find the loan agreement. You can find the payoff letter. You can confirm the current balance. You can ask an old lender to terminate a paid-off UCC, and you can be ready to explain what each filing is tied to. That makes the process smoother, because when the lender runs their own UCC search, the goal is for it to confirm what you already told them, not reveal a surprise that sends everyone back to the document checklist. So before you apply for a business loan, take a few minutes and run a UCC search on your business. Search your legal name, search variations of your legal name, search your DBA if you have one, look for active filings, look for old lenders, look for filings that should have been terminated. And if something looks confusing, start asking questions before you are in the middle of underwriting. It may feel tedious, but this is one of the best ways to prevent delays before they happen. In the next video, we are going to talk about debt schedules, what they are, what goes on them, and why an accurate debt schedule is one of the most important things you can bring to a lender. If this video helped you, subscribe to From Denied to Funded, and drop your questions in the comments. I read them, and your questions help me decide what to cover next. And before you go, quick reminder, everything on this channel is for educational purposes only. I am sharing general information based on my experience in small business lending, but this is not financial, legal, tax, or lending advice. I am not your lender, attorney, tax advisor, or financial advisor, and I am not speaking on behalf of any specific lender or employer. Every business, loan, lender, state, and situation is different. Before making decisions about your business, your financing, your collateral, or any legal filings, please consult with the appropriate qualified professional for your specific situation.